Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening from different part of the world. Today is the first trading day of the week and first trading day of the month. December, we are guys heading towards the end of the quarter and the end of the year, December, and we had an amazing year this. So let's see here, and December if you can manage very decent profit. All right, guys, so we are back to our MyQFX weekly webinar. Just to give you quick information for the new users or people who are watching first time on MyQFX YouTube channel. And this is our weekly webinar, MyQFX. What is MyQFX? QFX is a practical forex trading and real-time market analysis. And it's a comprehensive forex trading and market analysis platform designed for both novice and experienced trader. So whether you are just starting your trading journey or a seasoned professional, MyKFX offers the tools and insight you need to succeed. Okay, so let's this homework disclaimer. I'm just gonna read the last paragraph, guys, so that I'm not affiliated with or nor I do represent any security broker, dealer or investment company. I'm not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Any trading decisions shared are for information purpose only and should not be taken as financial or investment advice. It is important to verify all information independently, and any action you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. Okay, so let's quick discuss about the webinar format. So we're going to be discussing, first of all, we're going to be discussing high impact upcoming news, which is very important for us because we align our technical analysis based on this upcoming data, and then we look for the opportunity, and then we're going to do the live technical analysis. We're going to pick up a couple of 2 or 3 major pairs. We're going to do the technical analysis, and then later on I will also show you my QFX analysis performance, and that's what we do every single day. And interestingly, today I'm going to be sharing with you a bit more information about FX Q community performance. And again, as you know, things are happening amazingly with the MyQBN. We have a new platform, as you can see here. The management team has put very good effort into it. So same here, we are putting more effort into it, so bringing more good traders, good trades, good systems, and I will share with you. And every week in this webinar I will also share with you the weekly performance and the opportunity for you guys to make more profit. Okay, so stay tuned. Right, as always mentioned, guys, I'm still offering this 3 packages. If you guys are interested in a coaching and training, I'm offering 3 options, guys. If you open a account with the QBN Global, and if you open a $1,000 of an account, I'm offering a free one-to-one Zoom session. I'm going to explain to you momentum strategy and price action training. And if you open a $2,000 account, so I'll give you two Zoom sessions, which is I'm going to give you the training about the momentum strategy where we had it using it in our platform, and the price action training, right? So I will help you to trade this account successfully, and I will guide you and coach you, right? So if you open an account with $3,000 of accounts, of course you're going to get another privilege, not only just trading with this $3,000 of account, how to turn this $3,000 of account into big account, just offering as a business service to other end users using QBN Global PAM account. So that's going to be comprehensive training. More information I can provide you. Contact me, and if you open an account, just contact me and I'll give you more information. If you really interested to opening one of these accounts, I'm also offering you a free one Zoom to Zoom session, which is I can explain you more detail. Okay, so let's go back to the fundamental news. I just filtered only high impact news, just to recap, so you can go and you can look for all the medium impact news. But this is the weekly session, so we're going to be looking for whole week. As you know, we are heading towards the end of the year. I think the first 15 days, 20 days is trader, and the rest of the days basically they take a holiday. But we'll see, the market dynamics is completely changing. We have experiencing more volatility, and we'll see. but I'll keep you posted. All right. So today we had this morning we had a BOG press conference speech. We had it, and that has created a strength on yen against all the measures. We have seen amazing volatility, especially at the Asian session. We're gonna go through one pair. We're gonna look at the pound yen, and I'll explain to you more detail. 3 p.m. we had a data release, ISM's manufacturer PMI, which was expected 49.0 versus 48.7. The actual data came out 48.2, which is way below the forecast and also with the previous one. Tuesday we don't have any high impact news. So Wednesday we have a Aussie dollar chef. That's a GDP data for Aussie dollar coming slightly. Figures 0.1% is increased. CPI data for chef. Swiss franc, which is slightly better than the previous one. We'll see how that's going to make impact when the data is going to read. This 7 a.m. London time, guys. We have ADP non-farm employment changes coming. Okay, so we can see 9K versus 42K is a big drop. So Wednesday we're going to look at, let's see, probably going to have a nice move. We have ISM services PMI on Wednesday, expected slightly lower, and unemployment claims slightly increased. So this data is giving us a projection of weaknesses of the dollar. But but we're going to look at the data once the data is released. So these are the data we're going to be looking on Wednesday. Thursday we had unemployment claim. So Friday we have unemployment change and unemployment rate is coming for the CAD, slightly very low number employment change, and we have increase in employment rate. That's not good sign for the CAD. So probably dollar CAD we're going to look at on Friday. And 3 p.m. we also had a high impact news for the dollar, which is, you can see a price index month by month. We have exactly the same, slightly lower, slightly increase. Then we don't have any forecast about the inflation expectation. So based on that, we can see here Tuesday probably we had this slightly move on Monday. So Tuesday we might going to see some correction, and probably on Wednesday we might going to see the continuation. We're going to look at in the chart, and we're going to go in more details. All right, so let's see here. So now based on that, we can look at Wednesday, probably going to see nice move at the afternoon. The morning we're going to be more focused into Aussie dollar and key Swiss franc. Thursday New York session have nice move. Even this New York session probably gonna on Friday we're gonna look at on CAD and dollar. All right, so that's the way we align things, and then we look at the technical side of it, and we basically plan our trades. Okay, so we're gonna look at the charts. For our charts, all the major against the dollar, we are using a 4-hour chart, and all the exotic pairs and the gold we are using a 1-hour chart because of the volatility, right? So let's recap. Last week we were looking this breakout opportunity, and price nicely developed continuation. And if you look at here, basic price action, price broke on the previous high, give us the confirmation and confirmation. Even today we had a nice beautiful long trade here. So you can see here, whenever the price give us the price action, that give us the high probability and develop our bias where the price is going to continue or not. Then we look at into the intraday. So if you look ahead, we had a price nicely respected the support level and broken this wedge and give us the confirmation. So this morning we had this beautiful long trade here. The target nicely hit, this is the area of interest. Squeeze amazing profit. So what is next move we are looking at? Before we look at the next move, let's look at the analysis we had it this morning. If you look at this morning, we had it beautiful, pretty straightforward. If you look at here, we were the price was around this level, as you can see here, and 4-hour chart. So in intraday we have this kind of price action is developed, and then we did live analysis. We explained the first priority always be pullback in this direction. We're only going to take a short if the price gonna break, give us the confirmation. Then that's the safest way to look for the counter short trade. So you can see here, price nicely develop one pullback and then another pullback, and we explain our trader continue holding long as soon as the price hit to the fib channel. As you can see here, the price nicely hit to the resistance level, and that's why we explain our traders time to bank some profit. So this was the trade today we had it. And if you're gonna see the last week of all our analysis, everything, all analysis we do is the recording, all of our analysis being recorded in our MyQFX platform. So you have to go analysis review when you click on this one. So let me see, I think, let me share. Okay, so let's look at the last week. We had 24th, and let's look at the Euro USD we were talking about. I'm just going to show you the intraday analysis so you understand what I'm talking about. So we had again, we will explain to you all the price action, and you can implement this price action to any instruments, and probably you're going to see, you know, the same results. So that was a pretty straightforward. We had the Asian session open in last week, so we had a beautiful breakout long trade here. If you move the next, that's another possibility again. Well, we have to mention why we put the lines here instead of here, and that's the very important, which we explain all our traders. The way we look at here, this is the law which price refused to stay below this level, and price broken and give us the confirmation. That's basically for us as a price action trader, that's give us the high probability of the price might going to respect this level. When the price is coming down, so we have this high was broken, and price broken and give us the retest. So this is another point of interest for us to look at. So while the price is here, there might not be a clear direction where the price is going to go up or is going to go down. So this is what we do. This is why we do analysis. It's not just drawing a line. Every analysis has its own, you know, meaning into it, and that's what we explain every single day in my QFX platform live. So if you look at here, this is the point of interest, the price nicely broken. After the breakout, price give us the confirmation, that give us the high probability of continuation to the upside. And if you look at the momentum was bullish, that give us another high probability of continuation. And the price nicely broke on the previous high, give us another confirmation. So when the price hit to the certain level, as the analyst, we explain our traders time to bank some profit. So we are assuming the trader should have taken this trade and, you know, banking some profit. So again, first step is we explain, and before that, as you can see here in 4 hour, we have explained our bias is long. So that's what we look at for the opportunity for long. So if you look at the next, which is again, you can see here pretty straightforward. We mentioned this is the low, this is the high. Let the price come out, price nicely broken, exactly as it does in the previously. So this is not a rocket science. This is what we do every day. We explain price nicely broken and retest, give us the confirmation. So even if you focus only one pair and look at for our analysis, so you end up basically banking good profit. Pretty straightforward. We always look for the price action. This is another breakout standard. Then look at this analysis again. What happened here? So when the price refused to stay above this level, so we look at here, price twice basically respected. Third time, price broken. And if the price wants to go continue, the price should go continue. That's the high probability. But if the price develop false breakout, that give us the high probability there might be a possibility price developing a counter opportunity. That's the one element. Second element, we look at the price action. The price action, the price develops sort of like you can see here, you know, rising wedge kind of pattern here. So the best way you can see here the price nicely, if you look at this, let the price break the structure, and you can see here price nicely broken. Even after the breakout, price nicely give us the confirmation. That give us the high probability of continuation to the downside. Keep in mind, this is what we call a counter opportunity when the bias is long. But being an intraday trader, we don't miss these kind of opportunities to squeeze every pips we can manage it. So again, this is the high probability of long. Reason behind it, if you look at the price action, pretty straightforward. We mentioned this point of interest. What we're looking here, if you look at here, the price broken and give us the confirmation. So price broken and price should stay like that, right? But price refuse. Instead of continue the basic price action, price refuse. That give us the high probability the price want to shoot up, or then we look at develop another pattern instantly. As you can see, the price nicely broken and pretty standard and straightforward price nicely broken previous high, give us the confirmation sign of continuation to the upside. So that's pretty straightforward. And what happened here after a certain period, because this is what we do continuously, developing the analysis, intraday analysis. This is the high probability analysis, all of us, and we're well explained. You can see here, if you're a price action trader, look at here what sort of, that give me the high probability of continuation to the downside. We look at the price action and pattern in MyQFX. If you look at the pattern cheat sheet, you can see here that give us the head and shoulder pattern, price nicely broken, and give us the confirmation too. This is what we call a counter opportunity. So we look at the price action, what sort of price action it is developed, and this is the another analysis. We had a counter opportunity, right? So pretty straightforward again. Then we look at the price action. You can see a price develop false breakout. Price should stay like that, which is what we're expecting here. Price broken, and this one. This is the price action we were expecting. Price refuse. That give us the high probability for price might gonna shoot up. And if you look at the price also broken this wedge, and beautiful. As soon as the price hit, we explain over trader it's time to bank some profits. So if you look at the carry on today, what we had it, this is the pretty straightforward. We did this analysis. We had a nice beautiful pullback, and after this pullback. So if you look at the 4-hour chart, then now we're going to look at the what possibility. As you have seen our last week of analysis, we also had a long trade, we also had a short, and every trade, every analysis is well explained to all our traders now. So what is next, what we're expecting here, you know, for this week? And the way we look at here, to look at the news data, we have sort of like news, if you look at the based on the forecast, but actual when the data is going to release, that's going to give us the, you know, clear direction of the dollar. But based on the news and the forecast, we can see some sort of like a weaknesses on the dollar, right? But if the data is good, news good. If the data is bad for the dollar, then what would be the high probability option for us? Let's suppose if the data is good for the dollar, and how we should be you know, look for the opportunity basic on the price action. One thing based on my experience, what we happen here, because we don't predict the market, we basically tell what's happening right now. Based on that, what would be the next move and high probability. So this is our philosophy, and this is what we are doing live analysis. We don't try to predict, because we align things, price action, price pattern, price behavior, plus the news, and then we look at right now what is happening right now, and that's where we look at for the opportunity. For example, if you look at this Euro USD, guys, you know, first of all, we look at the basic price action. So every time when the price break recent high and low, we look at for the opportunity. The price more likely is going to continue, right? This is what happened here. You can see here, this is our price respected here. These two rejection give us the high probability of this direction, right? And the price refused to stay below this level. So these kind of price behavior, price action, give us the high probability of this direction. That's the one thing we confirm. We look at in 4 hour. Then we have to enter into the trade when we should be get into the trade. For example, in this example, we can see here where bias is long. So this kind of price action is developed. So now we should be looking a long trade here. Then question is when you should be get into it. That's why we do this kind of analysis, and we explain that's the high probability. So in both scenario, if the data is good or if data is bad for the dollar, the news data, as you can see here, the price nicely broken this high and this high. So what we're expecting here, let's suppose if upcoming days, if the news is released and news is good, as news is bad for the dollar, then I'm expecting sign of continuation, then looking for another pullback. Exactly simple, no rocket science, guys. This is a pure price action. Even though we produce all this high probability price action and everything, and even there's an amazing analysis, but still some of the traders, they are facing challenges. The reason behind is only two things: patience and discipline. As always mentioned to trader, you have to be patient, because you cannot trade when you want to trade. You can only trade when there is a trade. So you have to align yourself with the opportunity and look for the opportunity, and align with all the basics information which we are sharing every single day. So if the news is good, this is the best, this is the first priority. We were expecting a continuation, right? And let's say if the data is bad, this is what I'm looking continuation. But what we are looking here right now, we can looking here, this is purely price rejection. You can see here, this is in trading, you can call it, normally they call it railway track pattern. It means the price gonna come down, but that's fine. But we're looking here this price of action. So we are rejection, looking for pullback here based on the price action. If the data is bad for the dollar, then I'm expecting continuation. That's the first priority. Let's assume if the data is good for the dollar, then what I'm expecting here, if the price gonna refuse to stay above this level and give us the confirmation, then I'm expecting counter opportunity. If that's the case, then I'm expecting, if the price gonna break and looking for huge drop, that's the whole possibility. So these are the two possibilities what we're looking here. When the data is about to release, and that time we're going to look at again in 4-hour chart, and we'll see the opportunity accordingly, and that's what we're going to plan trade accordingly. So this is what we have we are planning for the Euro USD, and when the data is going to come, we'll see, and we'll come back to you next week and give you the what happened with the data and with our analysis. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay, let's look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar, if you have seen my previous analysis last week, Monday, as I said to you guys that we have this impulsive reaction. So I was expecting this one more push to the downside, but I also mentioned to you guys, if we don't see the pull to the downside, then I'm expecting let the price break and given the confirmation, and then I'm looking for long. So which is the pretty straightforward as always mentioned, and we had amazing long trade on pound dollar. Even today we had a beautiful long trade on pound dollar too. So if you look at here, price nicely broken, pretty straightforward. And what happened here, this is again we have price broken and come back and retest around this level. If you look at the 4-hour candle, this kind of rejection give us the high probability the price gonna shoot up. That's the one thing. Second thing, as always mentioned, look at this is the first low from here was broken and price refused to stay below this level. That gives us the high probability of continuation. So then we look at where the price, how to get in. So you have two choices. One, you can see what the analyst is talking about, and what my bias is taking, what the news is saying, and then based on that, you can take, initiate and trade. So we had an amazing short trade. This was the news was released last week, and that was a speech. We had a short trade here, and then once the price retest this level, we also had a long trade here. I'm going to show you the analysis in a minute. So last week, based on the analysis, we did this amazing trade here, and this morning I draw this box here. I said, guys, let the price break, then we're looking for the opportunity. Price nicely rejected. We had this long trade here, but the price refused to here. Sort of like what kind of price action right now I'm looking into it is a pretty straightforward. We can see here as a consolidation. So we also had this rejection. If you look at this candlestick, we have a bearish engulfing candle is developed. So it is a sign of continuation, but we'll see if the price is going to break this level or not. Again, now what we have to do is we're going to align, but let me share with you quickly for this analysis. We had it last week, and we really enjoyed it. And most of the analysis I also broadcast in my QFX YouTube channel, guys. If you have joined it, make sure watch all this analysis. If you're not, please join it, because I explain all this price action. But if you are my QFX member, you should go and look for all this analysis. Okay, let's look at the last week started on 24th. So let's look at the pound dollar, and let me share with you amazing analysis we had it. This which we already mentioned to you guys on Monday, but let's look at the 25th Tuesday, which is a pretty straightforward. This is the analysis we explained. Look for the breakout, as you can see here, pretty standard and straightforward. That gives us the high probability of one more push to the upside. Reason behind, if you look at, we have one high, low and high has been developed. We also mentioned this point. So even if you just wait for the price to break, price nicely in, and we explain our traders time to consider tightening your stop loss or move your stop loss at the break even. Even after that, as the price progress, as that's the part of the analyst, we have 2 or 3 analysts basically working day and shift point of view, and their job is to basically recognize the pattern, price action, and broadcast that information. That's another exercise just to help our traders not to miss any opportunity and be active with the price action. So you don't have to trade all these pairs, you just pick one pair and wait for the analysis or wait for the price actions to be developed and look for the opportunity if you keep the basics same. So pretty straightforward. Price came back here, we have a possibility counter opportunity as well, because the price developed a double top here, price also broken here. So while the price is here, as mentioned, to always mention to trader, don't initiate any trade. So what happened here, the price nicely broken, you can see it, that give us another pullback, high probability, beautiful hit to the profit target, which is basically as a fib channel. If you look at the based on the previous analysis, we had this beautiful long trade here, and even after that, pretty straightforward. Again, we explain each and every single thing, and if you look at here, price should stay, continue, but price refuse. We have this point of interest which we explain over trader, and we can see a price develop, low high is been developed. There might be a possibility of pullback, but as mentioned, look for the safest way. The safest way is always be when the price break any structure. You can see here after this one, price nicely give us the confirmation, and there's a high probability of continuation to the upside. That was a beautiful long trade we had it. Then if you look at here, this is not a rocket science, guys, which is pretty standard and straightforward. We mentioned this is the New York session analysis. Look for pullback. This is because when we see the momentum is very strong bullish and our bias is long, we just mentioned look for pullback. Otherwise, we give two options, one here and second here. That's basically if price refuse, give us the confirmation for short. So you can see here after that, as mentioned, the part of the strategy, momentum strategy, any pullback would consider a high probability trade. So based on that, you can see here the price nicely develop pullback 1, 2, 3. When we mentioned, guys, when the momentum is high, as you know, our bias was long on pound dollar. So we mentioned trader as soon as the price developed previous high, that's what we explain over traders time to bank some profit. So pretty straightforward. Once we bank some profit, we look for the price action. As always mentioned, again, this is the second day, 26th morning, 7:29. We did this analysis. We explain each and everything. As you can see here, point of interest. This is the high is broken. Let's see here if the price price nicely broken. Beautiful hit to the previous low. Squeeze amazing profit. That was a beautiful short trade here. 26, we also had another beautiful short trade here. You can see the price came back here, but as mentioned to trader, let's wait for the price to develop, wait for the price to develop another pattern, which is, you can see, a safest way, as always mentioned. You can see here the price nicely, you can see the price 3 times tested here in analysis. This is the time price nicely broken and give us the confirmation that give us the high probability trade. And if we look at the momentum, we have price nicely broken and give us the confirmation and hit to the profit target and squeeze amazing profit. So this is what we did. This is the counter opportunity we had it, and after that, that was the news that they released, and then we had a huge shoot down and then shoot up. So again, we look at the price action. We look at the 4 hour, the price rejected, and we were expecting the continuation to the upside, but where to get in. So that's what we did this analysis. I say, guys, this is the low, it was broken. There might be a possibility price continue down, but we have a low high is been developed. So let the price break and then look for the opportunity. What happened here? Price nicely broken, and even this is high broken, and what happened? Retest and hit to the profit target. That was a beautiful trade on 26. We had it. Then after that, as mentioned, keep taking any pullback. We had another small pullback. Then price nicely came back here again and develop another pattern, which is nicely broken, and after that pullback because our bias was long. Amazing trades there. This one pretty standard. We have another beautiful pullback long here. So this is another pretty straightforward. Look at the price action what we explained. Look for pullback or let the price break, give us the confirmation. Price came back and give us the confirmation. This is the counter opportunity because we continuously updating our analysis. This was the analysis this morning. Beautiful small short trade we had it, and then later on this is the beautiful analysis. Even I mentioned this thing on YouTube too. Price nicely broken and continuation to the downside. This was in the 28th, and we also had this beautiful short trade here. And if you look ahead today, this is the, let me go to, I'm just gonna go quickly here. We had this beautiful breakout long trade here. Safest way, as always mentioned, you can see here the price nicely broken and give us the confirmation and long. So you can see here, guys, we had an amazing long trade here. We also had short and long, and which is all analysis being broadcasted. And just imagine if you have all this analysis in front of you, and I'm pretty sure if you follow those analysis, even if you don't want to do anything, if you just follow those analysis, I'm pretty sure you will be able to squeeze some nice juicy pips, right? So what we're looking here based on the news, what we're expecting here is looking here, price could not maintain above this level and price develop. So technically what I'm expecting at this box is give us the consolidation. If the news is good for the dollar, price give us break and give us the confirmation around this level, then I'm expecting a huge drop here. So we're gonna be keep taking a pullback. If the news is bad for the dollar and if I see the rejection to the upside, then we can gonna keep taking a long trade here. So this is consolidation, but within these consolidations we always look for the opportunity. Give you an example here. Let's look at the current situation right now here, because that gives us the high probability of continuation to the downside. And we did another analysis. If you look at here Euro USD, we did 2 hours ago. We look for this breakout. What happened here? You know, this is I haven't updated this analysis yet. So you can see here the price nicely broken and beautiful pullback and hit to the profit target. And even right now is done. So, you know, in terms of analysis, this is what we broadcasted. And if you look at this is what I'm going to do as being an analyst. We continuously monitoring it, and we explain our trader. Now we had this beautiful breakout is performed. After the breakout, price nicely hit to the profit target. So now it's time for me to basically explain our trader it's time to consider tightening your stop loss, or at least if they want to bank, they can bank some profit. So now we have being an analyst, this information is being broadcasted as you can see in my QFX platform. If you click on it, you can see here this is the analysis we broadcasted, this is the update we did. So if you are trading this pound dollar, and if you're watching it right now, when we did this analysis, so I'm expecting you should be able to produce some good results. So this is the analysis right now. So this is what we're looking here. So upcoming, this is what we're looking here. Simple. This is the point of interest, price nicely respected many times. You can see here. If the data is good in upcoming days, then I'm expecting continuation. But I need a confirmation, guys. So that's the high probability. Or we need an intraday analysis, like this kind of analysis. If you can see it, then I can hold it and then until the price hit this level, and we'll see how this is gonna go. So this is what we're looking here. Simple. If the news is good for the dollar, then news is bad for the dollar, then I'm expecting continuation. And news is good for the dollar, let the price break this recent low and give us the confirmation for short here. But being an intraday, guys, for us, even the price move from here to here, as you can see here, we have this very strong bearish candle, and we already have this short trade already analysis been broadcasted, and price nicely hit. So I hope that makes sense. The reason why I'm showing you both analysis and the my QFX importance and the value, so you understand it, so you can trade effectively. Okay, so we have two pairs we discuss, and we have discussed upcoming opportunity based on the news. So let's look at one more pair that we're gonna look at. Look at the yen, my favorite pair. That is sometimes it gives pips, but it's take pips too. Okay, so if you look at this is the 1 hour chart. So we had last week we had a nice beautiful short trade here, guys. So this is the 1 hour chart, we are looking into it. So even today, this was the breakout was performed. Today we had the BOG speech that basically and if you look at this price action, that give us the high probability of continuation to the downside. And the speech basically defined the strength on yen against all the major currency pairs. So we had this beautiful short trade here. I'm not gonna go all this analysis, but just quick give you the feedback of platform how we did analysis. So just to give you, okay, so if you look at here 24th, okay, that's gonna be too many analysis, guys. I can go every time, but let's look at this analysis here instead of there. So let's 4, 5, 6 analysis. 3 days ago we had this analysis. Let's look at what kind of analysis we had. A pretty straightforward. And if you look at here, we have this breakout, beautiful short trade, squeeze amazing profit. Then we had another one again. This is the 3 days ago. We had another beautiful price developer consolidation, and we explained this trade. We had another beautiful short trade here. Then we have another beautiful, that was the counter long trade. We had it, squeeze amazing profit. and then we had a 15 hours ago. That's pretty straightforward. This is the trade I'm talking about. This is what we have it. If you look at the previously, so we had this breakout, then we have another short trade here, then we also had a long trade here, then we had this short. So if you look at here, this was the trade, short trade here, then we have another short trade here, continuation, then the price respected, move up. So we have another analysis. You can see a pretty straightforward move up, and then we also had this short trade here. This is the Asian session analysis. Last night we were looking this breakout. I was expecting the price develop consolidation and look for the long, but as you can see, the speech fundamental override the technical. So after that, you can see the price nicely come back and retest, and beautiful short trade here. And later on, we also had another beautiful counter, this is the continuation, and that's basically give us the high probability trade. We have impulsive, we have a correction, and we're looking for one more push, and you can see a price broken and give us the confirmation sign of continuation to the downside. So we had this beautiful short trade here, and we also had this is again a beautiful analysis we did. Why I'm saying it, because this is what we explain the price action. We already explained look for long here, and safest way, let the price break and come back and pull back. So what happened here, price came back here around this level and develop another pullback. This is what we explained. And if you look ahead, these dots, we explain over trader the price develop head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder pattern. That give us the high probability trade. If the price come back and continue, take a long trade here and squeeze amazing profit. So that was a beautiful long trade here. Okay, so upcoming, what we can see it right now, the price is developing a consolidation, but as always mentioned, this is the low was broken. If you look ahead, this fractal, though what I'm looking here, upcoming future opportunities, this is what price also rejected here. So sort of price developing a sideways market here. In order for me to take a long trade here, this is what I'm expecting here. Let the price break and give us the confirmation. That's I'm looking for long. If the price gonna hit, and then I'm probably looking for another pullback around this level. That's the first priority. Otherwise, while the price is here, there might be a confusion. We don't know. There might be, but being an intraday, we don't mind to take a long trade here. We talk a short trade here, as long as we have these kind of analysis. So if you look at right now, the current price action, the price developer sideways market, in this kind of price action, we always tell other traders to avoid jumping into the trade. When we should initiate, look for the opportunity at this kind of price action. Safest way, as always mentioned, always pay attention to low and high. So you can see here low and high. Yeah. So you can see here this is the low we've been developed. So as long as the price does not break any recent high and low and give us the confirmation, we are not taking initiative, even though our bias is long, but we need a valid technical entry. So in this scenario, what we look at here, if you look at the situation here, what I'm looking here, I'm looking for, this is the price action, what we're looking here. So we can see here, this is the price action. Price should stay above, price refuse, and retesting it, we have this area of interest. So in this scenario, what I'm looking here, let the price break. If the price gonna break and give me the confirmation, then I'll be looking for short. This is I'm talking about intraday trading, where we do it like 20, 30, 40 pips we can make and squeeze amazing profit. Here you can see here the price break and give us the confirmation, then I'll be looking here. While the price is here, we know interested. Right now the London is closed, so it's 6:34. So probably no, it's more than that. So 7 p.m. probably you can see some nice move. And the reason why I'm saying it, because that time the New York traders, they come back from the lunch and do some activities. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, guys, that's it for now. As you can see here, if you have any other question, let me share with you a few other things, which is we are working on it now, and I will share with you that information right now. We have, as you know, that we have a Q community traders. So we have these traders. So far, we've been monitoring it and their performance in a virtual platform. And now we are going second phase of testing, which is basically I've assigned the accounts for talking basically in order to follow their trades to certain accounts. And we had a slightly IP challenges, which is we made a request to the CEO of the QBN Global to reduce the spread, and that has been done today. And hopefully moving forward, I'm expecting some good results. If you look at the traders' performance, guys, if you look ahead, this is their performance. Let's say 71713, my QFX, you can see here, it's been doing quite good from last from January to onward. So we decided let's test it, put some account with them, and let's see how it goes. So I am testing it, few strategies with them in terms of risk management strategies basically with them, and then I will share that information with you guys. We just started today and we'll see end of the month, but every week I'll show you some information with that. So you can see there some of the traders, they are aggressive trading it, and I basically associate, I'm following all of them with a different account size, like $10,000 of an account. With this one I had already had like 17,000 something like that. So far is 1798. This one, if you look at here, 591, $10,000 today. If you look at, he made it $158. But if you look at here, we made it only 112. And that's basically deduction of after spreads and all those sort of things, which is we made a request to the CEO, which has been done. So I'm expecting good result, more or less the same result should have it, right? So we are testing it. Is there any challenges in terms of following these trades? And if everything goes well, so I'm expecting that we're probably gonna go live full-fledged onto the public, probably end of this month or next year. So this is another opportunity for you guys to make more money. You can come up, and of course each trader, there's a fee supply, but once I'm gonna make it live, I will give you access. I'll give you one voucher. You can have one trader of your favorite. You can follow it, and you can test it how it goes. So far the way I'm testing it, let me give you an example here. So these two traders, I am testing separate accounts, $10,000 of an account. So checking it how it works, just following based on the percentage. This $17,000 of account, I am testing with the two variations. One variation is just follow based on the percentage of that account. Second variation is a fixed lot size. I'm assigning the fixed lot size. So every time when this trader is going to open a position, I'm going to assign the fixed lot size. So, and we'll see the result. So these are the MT5 accounts, which is next time I will log in and I will show you all these trades. Let me show you if I can log in now and show you how it works. Just bear with me. So new developments, new things coming. So this is another opportunity for you guys to follow and make money. Okay, so this is, you can see here 100762. So if you look at here 100762, this is 715, this is 915, right? And if you look at trading history for today, you can see here all the trades been open. And if you look at here in the comments, you can see here this is Q community 715, and this is the trade has been copied from 915. Some of the trades has been positive there, but here is negative, and that's due to the spread, which has basically been rectified it and has been resolved. So we're going to keep an eye on these results in upcoming week, and we'll update to you guys. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, so that's it for me, and if you have any question, feel free to ask right now. I'm happy to answer all of your questions, guys. Any questions? Okay, let's see. My mic is I think only some of the people have issue, but not all of them. I don't know why, because I have put my volume full high, Anybody having an issue with the mic? My voice is not clear? Yes, of course, when I put my face there. So this is the mic.
I guess it was only me, but nobody complained.
All right, guys. Anyone have questions? Any question? No question? All right, that's it for now, guys. That's it for today, and hopefully we'll get back to you next Monday at the same time, and we'll share some more information, and we'll keep you updated with the Q community performance, and hopefully that's gonna help us to make more money, all of us, right? And yes, all of guys, we are excited. We had a new QBN platform. Things are happening. Everyone is working on their own domains. Working day and night, and we are trying to bring you more valuable stuff for you guys. All right, stay tuned. Until next time, guys. All the best and take care.